not, let's say, the FlexCube experts you will get from India or any other country, right? But mainly from India.
So this is very clear for us, right? You are saying so should be someone that knows the regulation and can translate that into demand and requirements for FlexCube adjustment. But
Exactly.
Another question that I have for you is, for instance, when you have that situation, is normal that FlexCube assume that cost of a customization, or that incurs on the client to pay for that?
That's a negotiation. It's FlexCube and Oracle are the opinion that there are potentially 10 other banks. That's something you can negotiate in the country.
What have you seen in your experience? What is most common?
I have seen if you are the first mover in a country and there are potential of 10 other banks who are consider FlexCube, they may take the cost. I have seen that before in the Middle East. I've seen that before.
Okay.
But it depends on the situation, right? But I have seen that before in the Middle East.
Great. I think so. Just to resume, you're saying that the customization related to the country can go from 10, at least 10, up to 25%, depending on the situation, right? So let's move to the cost of implementation, right? Because you said that definitely goes by module, FlexCube module. But I understand that you have other components, right? You have components like infrastructure, which is I think that it's pretty much standard, right?
Yes and no. I have seen programs failing for that stupid thing because the customer wanted to reuse his mainframe.
But how come the FlexCube is mostly running on open platform, right? Unix. What they did to
that's what you should do. But as I said, there is this famous example of Allied Irish Bank. They wanted to run Oracle FlexCube software on IBM's ZDB2, and that was finally one major reason that the whole program failed after 84 million euro.
Okay, but let's say that the standard cost of FlexCube migration, what is typically the percentage of the total cost that would go to infrastructure, in your opinion?
I would. Let's say that's probably rather a 10% or even less, right? So infrastructure these days, if you do it the right way, it's a minor cost.
Exactly.
Your major cost, which makes and fail the program, is the degree of customization. If you cannot steer business to adhere to the processes which are implemented in the software, that's your problem. That's your only problem you really have to worry about.
Right. In terms of how to measure this cost per module, what is typically the average cost of a module to migrate from legacy to FlexCube? You can give us that range, right? If you are talking about Europe.
So usually, let's say if you have a universal bank, which we just talked about, right? It's kind of a universal bank, all business lines, all business models. It's the range. So I personally have never seen a core bank transformation for less than 20 million euro. Never. I have heard people claiming it was less, but I have never seen something like that before.
But when you mean 20 million euros, you mean the whole thing, right? The whole.
Yeah, the whole